Hello, everybody, and welcome to our sixth semi-final in our 2025 National Final Series. Thanks so much for joining us here at Future Anything. I'm Jared Turner. I'm a program manager here at Future Anything, and I'm super excited to be here with you today as we're going on an hour-long journey hearing from 5 amazing teams of young people who've built really powerful, innovative ideas to make the world a better place. These teams are joining us from over 600 applications we received from our finals this year. And our semis are featuring the top 40 teams, and we're going to hear from 5 of those special teams today. It's going to be an awesome time, and thanks once again for joining us. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and future. I'm joining you from Yagara and Turrbal country, and I'd also like to acknowledge the history and culture of where you are joining us from today. When I look at this map of First Nations Australians, it shows all the different language groups of First Nations Australia. A real awesome visual insight into the amazing diversity of our country. And another really important aspect of First Nations history and culture in Australia is the fact that our First Nations Australians were our first innovators, our first creators, and our first inventors on this land, making some really fascinating inventions to make life easier. As part of this acknowledgement, I'd like to show you an image of one of those inventions from First Nations people. Have a look at this. Have a bit of a wonder. Use some of your curiosity. Take a moment to have a guess at what problem this invention might solve. You'll be thinking, if you know your First Nations innovations, you might recognize this as an eel trap. Really awesome device that solves the problem of catching eels for dinner. It's no easy task when you're living next to a massive lake or a huge river system, and the eels have so many places to hide from you or get away from you. So what the eel trap does is you make a smaller pond, man-made, next to the river system or next to the lake where you live. You use this as the entry point to the pond. Eels will get curious and swim through the larger funnel, come out the other end, and then they're stuck in the smaller pond. So they're going to grow a bit older, they're going to grow a bit bigger in that smaller pond, making them way easier to catch and making dinner super easy. So a really genius invention from First Nations Australians. And as we're hearing from amazing young people from across the country today, it's really important to acknowledge that legacy of 60,000 years or more of creativity, invention, and innovation in our land. We really appreciate you joining us today as viewers and watchers and celebrators of young people. And as part of this community you've joined, we'd love for you to get on the socials as you're watching today, post on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, your story of the semifinals, the ideas you're loving, the things that are inspiring you. We'd love to hear about it. So get across all those socials. And then in terms of a little more insight into what you're going to be witnessing today and seeing, it all comes back to this central mission. So our finals are the kind of culminating point of our flagship program, Activate, which runs in 90 plus schools across Australia and New Zealand and involves over 9,000 young people who've been going on journeys as entrepreneurs to pitch an innovative idea that makes the world a better place. So all of our teams in their pitches today, they're responding to this mission. Now, over the course of 6 years of this awesome grand final series, we've had some really wonderful young people go through our applications, go through our semifinals, and then take the stage of the grand final and win the ultimate competition. And I'd love to just give you a little overview of some of the wonderful ideas that have taken the top spot in the past. We had Tanika, who founded Shielded Socks. She was from Springfield Central State High School, and she won in 2018. She had an idea to resolve bullying. And the way she did that was making these really awesome socks with white on the top, so they met school uniform requirements, and a really awesome design underneath the shoe line that she built in collaboration with a graffiti artist called Mulga. And the idea was that these socks would work as a metaphor. You never know what's beneath the surface. So it's a conversation starter to help people connect and to resolve that issue of bullying. In 2019, we had Teen Culturehood, also from Springfield Central State High School, and they sought to address the problem of domestic violence in the Polynesian community. They had a group of talented artists as a team, and they created a profit for purpose clothing business where they designed their own Polynesian designs, put them down the sleeves of a hoodie, and then were able to sell them with the profits of those sales going to support victims of domestic violence. Moving ahead to 2023, we had Blaze and Harley from Ferny Grove State High School, who won the top spot with their business idea, Unified First Aid. These two boys, as they were investigating a problem to solve, realized that in Australia, there was no organization that currently existed that would provide certification for first aid to people with a disability. So they said, let's solve that problem. Let's create the process to do that. So Unified First Aid is an idea to provide universally accessible first aid training to people with all manner of abilities. So really awesome and insightful solution there. So of these teams we're going to hear from today, perhaps one of them is going to win our overall competition at our 2025 National Grand Final. We've got a super exciting agenda for you. In a moment, we're going to hear from our judges who are really generously giving their time to hear the wonderful pitches today and make the final call. We'll also be hearing from 5 different pitching teams, and you'll have a chance to cast a vote on your favorite at the end of all those pitches as well. To the structure of how the pitches work and also the pitching order. So the teams we'll hear from today are Swap Don't Shop from Bishop Druitt College, Wait and Worth from Marymount College, Perfectly Tucked from Canterbury College, Smart Stack from St Andrews Anglican College, and Stride from Queensland Academy for Health Sciences. I can't wait to hear all of their wonderful ideas. Each team is going to follow the same structure. So they'll have 3 minutes to pitch. With 30 seconds left on the clock, the teams are going to hear a little warning bell. Awesome. And at the 3-minute mark, there's going to be a consistent bell. And that's the sign to wrap up the pitches. If a team continues, because we've got that 3-minute hard timer, I'm just going to beam in and really politely wrap them up. At that point, our judges are going to come on screen and they're going to have 4 minutes of time for questions. They're going to ask some clarifying questions to help them make their ultimate decision on the winner and the runner-up. So after all those pitches, the judges will be making that call. They'll have some time to deliberate, and they'll be choosing a winning team that goes through to pitch on stage at our super exciting high-profile National Grand Final. And they'll also be picking a runner-up team who will present at our showcase at the National Grand Final as well. As one of our valued viewers, we really appreciate you coming along to support young people today. And we'd really encourage you to listen out for your favorite ideas because you get to be involved in a bit of voting as well. We do have a people's vote where you'll be able to cast a vote for your favorite team today, and that'll provide them with a potential wildcard entry to be involved in the National Grand Final showcase as well. It's going to be great fun, and we're really excited to get into it. We have some wonderful humans joining us today who are our judges. They're helping make the event happen in terms of hearing all those pitches, asking those questions, making the decisions. Let's bring our judges up on the screen. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Noah. And welcome, Sherry. We really appreciate having you all here with us today for what's going to be a super fun morning. Judges, I'm going to let you each introduce yourselves in 30 to 60 seconds. Can you just tell us who you are and what you're excited about as a judge today? Alex, we'd love to start with you.
Oh, good morning, everybody. My name's Alex. I am the Chief Technology Officer, which is a very fancy way of saying I'm the tech guy at a company called Audira. And we make headphones and earbuds and different listening solutions for people with hearing loss. So for your maybe your grandparents or your parents or someone like that who's losing their hearing, we make products for those people. So I'm really excited today to hear all your ideas. So thanks for your time.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Alex. Noah, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Good day, everyone. I'm Noah. I run a small surf wax company based out of my shed. I make eco-friendly surf wax, out of my backyard. And I'm really excited to see what all these teams have on offer today and see what ideas they come up with.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us, Noah. We really appreciate it. Sherry, welcome. Thanks for joining us as well.
Thank you. I work for Greater Whitsunday Alliance. It's an economic development corporation, meaning we look at where we want our future economy to be in different regions. So in 10, 20 years, what do we want community that we live in and types of businesses and industries and jobs, and what do we need to do now? So my role is the manager of future strategy, looking at that future business and what do we need to do now and support businesses to grow and thrive. I'm really excited because I think young people are great at thinking the unthinkable, that us as we get older, we get a bit stagnant and we just think up within the box, but you guys are great at thinking outside the box. I'm really excited to hear your fresh ideas.
Awesome. Such an amazing judgment panel. Thanks so much for each of you for joining us. Looking forward to hearing your questions, looking forward to hearing your decision. Thanks so much. So we know what's happening. We've heard from our judges. We're ready to get into our pitches. So we're going to put you in the hands of our wonderful young people. And our first team joining us today is from Bishop Druitt College. We have team Swap Don't Shop, which is Ingrid. Ingrid, welcome. Great to see you. How are you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very excited, and I'm also a little bit nervous, but that shows that I care about it.
Yeah, awesome. That's exactly it. That's pretty much what all teams are in, that excitement and nervousness mix. But that's going to help you do an amazing job. I know there's been heaps of effort behind the process of crafting your pitch. You're here, you're ready to go, you're in the first spot. You take it away and you begin when you're ready.
Okay. Next slide, please. Raise your hand if you ever bought something that you thought was fabulous, just to wear it once or twice. I know I have. We are all guilty of this. That's fast fashion, cheap clothes made quickly to follow current trends. It's one of the biggest problems and biggest polluters in today's world. Wear time has shrunk to just 7 to 10 wears per item and can take approximately 200 years to break down. Next slide, please. This graph shows what happens to clothes each year. As you can see, recycling is only about 14%, while the clothes sent to landfill is the largest at 62%. For every 5 garments produced, 3 end up in landfill each year. Next slide, please. Now, you may ask, why is this problem worth solving? Why would we care about this problem? The world is drowning under piles of clothes in landfill. My generation is inheriting this problem, and we don't want it. We need to stop it. Next slide, please. Hello, everybody. This is where my idea comes in. It will help decrease the amount of clothes that go to landfill each year. We own way more clothes than we actually need. We don't need more. We need to reuse what we already have. Next slide, please. Hello, everybody. My name is Ingrid, and I'm the proud founder of my business, Swap Don't Shop. And I've created a winning solution to combat clothing waste. Clothing swaps are not a new idea, but how often do you see them taking place? Have you ever seen one take place? Swap Don't Shop will initially be run in a high school environment, with teenagers being some of the biggest victims of fast fashion. Shein, Temu, Zara, Supre. What a better place to start making a change. The idea works by people donating clothes. We set up tables, sort them, and host a swap event. You bring clothes to take clothes. Simple, free, impactful, and sustainable. Leftover clothes, we can use them to kick off the next event or donate them to charities who will send them overseas, like Cash for Clothes, who I've already reached out to and they absolutely love the idea. I will trial this event at my school. I've had a lot of interest from the staff and students. If successful, we can expand to other high schools in the region and eventually spread it to other areas of the community. Next slide, please. It's a simple idea that is easy to run as long as we have the space, the volunteers, and appropriate clothing donations. It reduces waste, raises awareness, and builds community. It's different to a second-hand store because it's free and accessible, no transport needed because it's at school, reduces consumerism, tailored to students so the clothes are relevant and desirable, and sustainable, low cost, repeatable, and scalable. It's not about making money, it's about making a difference. If we can decrease the production and increase the wear time, we are making a difference. Fast fashion is costing the earth. There is no planet B. Say no to fast fashion, because the world will be a better place without it. I believe in a better future we can make together. Next slide, please. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Massive round of applause from us here at Future Anything for you there, Ingrid.
Thank
Love
you.
your energy and the enthusiasm behind your pitch. Amazing stuff. Smashing it out of the park in that first pitching position, which isn't easy to do. So really awesome stuff. Time for some questions from the judges. And Alex, we're going to start with you.
Thanks so much, Ingrid. You mentioned it was going to be free for people to swap. So I'm assuming they bring their clothes and then they can take clothes for free. Have you looked at a gold coin donation or any other ways that potentially would make money to help you spread the word or set up more?
I have. I've thought about the idea of if you bring a bag of clothes, you also have to like donate a gold coin to participate in the event. So that way we could like raise more awareness and use the money to buy supplies like fold up tables and like markers, pens, maybe like portable change rooms as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Great response. Noah, you're up next for a question.
So kind of like Alex's, so if I saw a pair of shoes I liked and I walked up with a pair of shorts, would it be like a 1-for-1 trade, or is it like I can go in and get however many I want, or I donate however many and I get like the same in return?
Okay, so the idea is you can only take as many clothes as you bring. So let's say you brought 3 items of clothing, you can take 3 items of other clothing that someone else donated.
Nice one. Nice one. And Sherry, your question.
generally the rule of thumb, every business idea has some sort of competitor out there. Who have you identified as your competitors, and why would students, who is your target audience, choose this over those competitors?
I think that my biggest competitors are probably op shops like Vinnie and the Salvos and all of the op shops. And I think what makes my idea special, what people want to choose about it, is that like op shops have like the clothes aren't relevant and desirable to people my age or people teenagers. And I think that because teenagers are donating into the Swap Don't Shop, the clothes will be more relevant and desirable, and the teenager will want to choose the clothes.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Ingrid, well done. Really impressed by that first pitch. Awesome work. Can't wait to hear about Swap Don't Shop happening at your school and all the awesome things that'll come from here. Really, really excellent job. Have great fun watching the rest of the pitches. Thank you. All right, see you, champion. Oh, look at that alignment. That's really funny. Cool. All right, so our second team is coming to us from Marymount College. It is team Weight and Worth. We'll bring them up on the screen. We're here joined by Ava and Imogen. Welcome, Ava and Imogen.
Hello.
Hi there, great to see you. How are you feeling about pitching today?
A little bit nervous, but excited. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I love seeing those hands in the air. You're ready to go. You're manifesting that success in your pitch, which I know you will have. So I'm going to beam out. It's over to you, and you begin your pitch when you're ready.
Okay. Next slide, please. Our business, Weight and Worth, focuses on solving the continual frustration of those seeking conveniency, eco-friendly goods, and sustainable products. Locating our business in Burleigh directly betters the beach by reducing plastic waste, resulting in the Kumbalmerry people's land remaining respected and cared for. Next slide. With every business comes competitors. Weight and Worth faces three main ones: Woolworths Metro, 7-Eleven, and Foodworks. But Weight and Worth consists of no detours, no hassle, for the beach, by the beach, when it matters, giving us an upper hand in comparison to our competitors. Next slide. We use strong HDPE bottles instead of glass to stop them from breaking, and safety pumps so nothing can be tampered with. Our sunscreen comes from an approved maker, and the shaded card keeps it safe and cool to use. Next slide. We would launch our pilot sunscreen cart in Burleigh Heads with plans to expand to two key beaches, Palm Beach and Surfers Paradise. In the short term, we aim to reach festivals with an adapted drum rotation and partner with Surf Life Saving to boost community impact. Long term, we'll upgrade to a mobile van, scaling our reach while keeping sun safety front and center. Next slide, please. Our startup costs cover essential equipment and product inventory, totaling just over $4,500. We've already secured a gazebo and explored permit requirements, ensuring we're ready to operate safely and legally from day one. Next slide. We're self-funding the project through our part-time jobs with additional support of up to $500 from Marymount College's 10-cent recycling initiative, backing up Weight and Worth's sustainability. Next slide. Our business is perfect for people who love the beach and care about the environment. We're mainly targeting beachgoers and tourists who visit Burleigh Heads, especially eco-conscious individuals aged 25 to 54. We also want to attract locals and visitors aged 15 to 44 who are looking for convenient options. Whether you're here for just a surf, a stroll, or just a chill, we've got something for you. Next slide. Now, you may be asking what our business actually is. Well, Weight and Worth is essentially a transportable cart that has a necessity drum rotation where people can come and go to fill up a provided bottle with whatever product they desire. Prices are determined by weight using scales. Next slide. This is the process of our business. Next slide, please. To launch our business, we will begin with our summer seasonal rotation. Weight and Worth is designed to adapt to any season with products that adjust to any time of the year. This ensures our community is consistently supported and provided with relevant, useful products all year round. Next slide, please. This is where we'll be located. Next slide, please. Here includes our class survey results displaying that most respondents would use our product if available, while others agreed it was a sustainable idea. Next slide. Following our class survey, we surveyed 100 people at Burleigh Heads within our target demographic, and 80% endorsed Weight and Worth as an appropriate and innovative solution for convenient, sustainable beach item purchases. Next slide, please. Weight and Worth isn't just a business, it's the future of sustainable convenience, making it easier than ever to protect your skin, the planet, and our beaches.
Wonderful stuff, Ava and Imogen. A fantastic pitch. Really, really did well. So excellent stuff. And as an enthusiastic visitor of Burleigh Heads Beach myself, I've been there a bunch of times. We do got to protect our beaches and keep them pristine. So well done. Over to our judges for some questions.
Attention students.
Awesome. That was actually fairly well timed, right after your pitch. So nice work. Okay. Noah, we're going to start with you if you have a question for Team Weight and Worth.
All right, so as a lifesaver, we already have things like sun cream and aloe vera on the beach. What would be the difference between going up to like a patrol tent and asking for those products and going up to you guys? Because assuming you'd have to pay for it with you guys and like we provide it for free, what's the difference with that?
Well, people like who go to Burleigh, they wouldn't know that that's available to them. And ours is like also for if you're also coming for like a convenient option or like more cheaper compared to like supermarkets, like our business will provide that to us and we'll be located in the park. So if like people are walking past, they can just like come by and get what they need when they want. And it also has obviously our seasonal rotation for the beach. It has sunscreen, aloe vera, and then obviously when you're coming back from the beach, it has also shampoo and conditioner. So if you want to go home and have a shower, you already have your hair necessities.
Thank you.
Nice, awesome response there, team. Well done. Sherry.
You talked about a very specific primary target audience of the age demographic and female. How did you come up with this as your target audience?
We did 2 surveys, so one including our class and then one including like 100 people at Burleigh Beach. And what we found was the age demographic we had was, how would you say? Well, the people from our class are mostly ranged like 16. And then like the people we like interviewed, we kind of like had an age bracket, so then we knew who we were like targeting. So the
Chloe Mosley, please come to SAO. Chloe Mosley to SAO.
The age, like when we went to Burleigh, the age demographic for like eco-conscious people was more like your millennials, you'd say, because obviously teenagers, obviously we don't really have much of like a connection with like sustainability but we obviously do. But it was definitely, we found that millennials had more of a connection with the sustainability of our product, and then people our age had a more connection with the conveniency of it.
Sure. Thank you.
Nice work segmenting out your market. Awesome stuff. Alex, over to you for a question.
Great work, Imogen and Ava. My question is, sounds like you've already started. You're already well on your way. So what's been the hardest part of your journey so far?
I think definitely like we had a few options for our location, but we obviously have landed on Burleigh Heads, and we've already the hardest thing kind of we reached out to Surf Life Saving Club to see if like they would like endorse us and like it to be implemented in that area. But obviously then the question popped up that we would need a permit. So that would be the hardest thing I think that we would have to face starting up our business, because we'd have to, talk to the council, get a permit. We might have to like pay for the permit, and then obviously then we'd be set up to go. But that the permit and seeing if Surf Life Saving Club would actually like ideally like want us there was probably the most difficult part.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful work on all your responses and on your pitch there, Team Weight and Worth, and managing all those announcements at your school. Really awesome work. Thank you for that. And thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you.
See ya. Alrighty, so our third pitch for today, joining us from Canterbury College, we have Team Perfectly Tucked, represented by Brian and Daniel. Welcome, Brian, Daniel. We're pumped to have you here. How are you feeling about pitching today?
A little bit nervous, otherwise gone pretty good. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Love your setup there with the school banner behind you. You got the school suits on, looking absolutely slick and ready to go. So I'm going to beam off, and it's over to you to begin your pitch.
Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Daniel, and we're excited to showcase the Linus Blanket.
Have you ever tried teaching a kid how to make their bed? It usually ends with crumble sheets and frustration.
That's why we created the Linus Blanket, the fun, easy way to teach your kids how to make their own bed. Next, please.
Making a bed might sound small, but it's one of the first steps towards independence, responsibility, and competence.
Studies show that routines like making your bed can improve sleep quality by 60% and can give kids a sense of accomplishment.
Our product allows parents to sign, kids feel proud, and it makes morning and bedtimes run smoother. Next, please.
The Learner's Blanket is a fitted sheet and blanket set with colorful cartoon animals printed around the edges.
Step 1. Parents simply place the waterproof animal cards on the sheet.
Step 2. Kids then match the animals on their sheets and to the blanket set on the bed, and it's like giraffe sheet to giraffe blanket and giraffe blanket to giraffe sheet.
What a great way to also teach left and right. Our product is designed to help young learners with visual images so they can learn step by step without any need from an adult.
With fun themes like space, dinosaur, and ocean, plus 24 hedge options, every child can personalize their bedding.
Under the sea theme is my favorite. Next, please. We see our competitors as every company who sells beddings.
However, regular sheets don't teach kids how to make their bed. That's where we stand out.
The Learner's Blanket turns an everyday chore into a fun, confidence-building game.
It's affordable and engaging, and like anything else on the current market. Next, please.
Our financial model shows strong potential, with low costs and a clear path to profit as we scale.
Over 80% of parents said that they would buy the Learner's Blanket once available. That's a huge early demand.
To capitalize off of this, we intend to start allowing pre-orders and list our business on startup platforms. Next, please. Feedback from parents, teachers, and kids have been overwhelmingly positive, confirming our idea fills a real need. Next, please.
We'll reach parents through social media, parenting blogs, and kindy partnerships.
Plus short videos showing real kids learning to make their beds with our product.
We'll also select local markets and community events where busy parents are the easiest to reach.
Our goal? To make the Learner's Blanket a household name for families who want a smart and simple solution. Next, please.
Our next steps are to finalize manufacturing, launch pre-orders, and begin our first production run through market stalls.
We will also release a small patch-only pack so families can use their existing sheets.
Once we get more funding, we'll adapt the Learner's Blanket to help people with disabilities to help them build confidence and independence.
And expand into the camping market with Perfectly Rolled, a line of sleeping bags using the same guided designs. Next, please.
Because everyone deserves the pride of doing things on their own.
Thank you for having us. Just on point.
Ryan and Daniel, yeah, awesome. On point with the timing. Well done. Obviously, practice to perfection. So well done.
It was very on time.
Yeah, hell yeah. Great to have that celebration after your pitch.
Yeah.
So we smashed the timing, we smashed the pitch. Now it's time to smash some questions out of the park too. Get ready. Judges, over to you. And we're going to start with Sherry for your first question.
I know I'm not supposed to do that. I'm going to just ask one quick question. Is it sheets or a blanket that is your product? I just wasn't clear.
Our product is a sheet, blanket, and card set. It's all three.
Oh, okay.
It's mainly designed to teach kids how to do it. Feedback from parents has made us change our animal cards so they are waterproof in case kids have an overnight accident. So that's why they're waterproof. Yeah, that's our product.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
awesome.
question is, how do you see this idea scaling? What variations have you considered?
As we said in the pitch, we've intended on doing expanding into the NDIS community with colored adult styles to teach them, as well as perfectly rolled the camping bags, because we all know how hard it is to roll. Yeah, camping bags.
The pain.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, boys. Alex, next question from you.
Boys, why do you want to solve this problem? I'm assuming you both know how to make the bed now. What made you want to solve it?
Well, I have a sister, and we've recently moved, so she's trying to do everything by herself, and that's why we came up with this idea to help kids learn how to do their beds.
Yeah, also like the routine building that this can create for young children. So they wake up and they think, oh, yeah, I'm gonna make my bed. That's their first idea instead of leaving it or even forgetting it. And this also helps with our statistics. Like we said that like 60% better sleep quality. Like as high school students, we know sleep is important now, unlike we did before. We also know that some customers will only buy our cheaper patches. That's why we decided to expand into the patches industry too, so they can use their own one. And also, when we have the patches, we could bring them in with like a $10 patch per se, and then instead we might sell them a whole sheet set for $30 or $40. Be a much bigger profit margin.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, boys. Any final questions going to come from Noah?
Oh, you just answered it there. I was going to ask about the individual patches, but it sounds like you're already selling them separately, so that's perfect.
Awesome. All across that. Well, Brian and Daniel, amazing work on your pitch, amazing work on responding to those questions. Thanks so much for sharing with us.
All right, happy to
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
No worries. Pleasure to have you. Thanks so much. So that was Team Perfectly Tucked from Canterbury College, and now we're on to our fourth pitch. What an exciting time. I've loved all the ideas so far, and I'm really excited to hear this one too. We're joined by Ella, Eliana, Lucia, and Sophia from Smart Stack. Welcome, team. How are we going today?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Great to have you here. Great to see you all ready and prepared. We can't wait to hear your pitch. Over to you.
Next. Have you ever been frustrated opening your locker to find mountains of crumpled, messy papers falling out?
Tired of wasting valuable time searching through piles of rubbish?
Trying to find that worksheet from science you were specifically told not to lose? Next.
Lockers are designed to be a place of academic convenience,
But often
we find this to be lacking.
and this issue affects both our environment and efficiency. Next.
70% of waste in schools is caused by loose papers, and 50% of students work better in clean workspaces.
Next.
75% of struggling business owners believe that disorganization had a negative influence on their results.
This suggests that setting up habits of organization early in life can positively affect future business ventures or careers. Next.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and today I'm accompanied by Ella, Sophia, and Lucia.
Next. Our shared struggle of messy lockers has brought us together to build Smart Stack.
A locker organizer that not only solves the problem of cluttered lockers, but also promotes students to stay organized during the school day.
Next. Smart Stack is a metal organizer designed to store papers that will be attached to the inside of the locker door,
including compartments to safely organize and categorize your papers, and a whiteboard attached to the bottom, allowing students to write to-do lists or important notes.
Think about it.
Your friends, siblings, kids, surely one of them struggled with organization in school.
This is why we created Smart Stack. For example, I've just come from Spanish class and I've got 5 worksheets that I can't use. With Smart Stack, this is easy. I just slot them into their designated spot and they're there for when I need them next. We will be selling to Australian school administrators in hopes of improving academic convenience for school students. Next.
Currently, there are no other companies selling the same product as us. However, there are countless products that target similar goals. 2 examples are Amazon and Woolworths.
Next.
So, why pick our organizer?
We value sustainability, which is why our organizers will be made from recycled scrap metals.
This way, we can help our environment by using recyclable metals, which are not only sustainable but also durable.
Next.
First introductions of our product mean less startup and overall costs.
However, as our business undergoes scale and expansion, our costs and profit may change. Currently, production costs per organizer will be $11.87, including our estimation of metal costs,
which may vary due to the customizability of our organizers and retail price from our suppliers.
Next.
Therefore, the starting retail price for a locker organizer will be $29.99, meaning we'll have a profit margin of 62%, equating to $18.12.
Next.
For our next steps in developing Smart Stack, we have designed a roadmap to provide a visual representation of our future ideas. Our launch will begin by advertising and selling to local schools.
Once we've established a strong product design, we will aim to reach larger audiences through renting larger warehouses.
We will then expand to lighter locations across the state,
before further scaling up our business to reach schools nationwide.
We will then introduce the customizability option of our organizers to buyers and finally expand to schools internationally.
Next. Thank you for considering our pitch on Smart Stack. We hope we can make
next
locker organization not just easier, but smarter.
Awesome, amazing work, Team Smart Stack. Love to hear it. And that whole locker organization piece, I know how stressed that can make students and also teachers and also school administrators. So you've hit on to a really important problem there. Well done. Over to our judges for questions. And Sherry, we might start with you this time.
Damn it. Great presentation. Someone that likes to be organized, it spoke to my heart. I guess I'm just trying to think about sort of marketing aspect. Have you considered what other marketing avenues have you considered apart from direct to the schools that might allow more reach?
We were thinking about doing social media posts and launching it online to connect with the younger generations. Yeah.
Awesome. Great response to that first question. Thank you, team and Sherry. Noah, you can ask the second question. Over to you.
I had this problem in school last year. But I went to the wood shop and built a little cabinet like exactly you were making. But how would you make sure that it fits in like all the different types of lockers and sizes of lockers that are around schools? Because especially our school, we had like 5, 6 different sizes and shapes of lockers. So how would you go around that?
That's why we have a customizability option. So like the school can work with us to design it to fit their lockers and like the shape and stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome on the customizability. Nice. And Alex, final question from you.
What made you go with metal? Did you explore any other materials?
Well, metals are very like durable and more sustainable than plastic or like paper or cardboard. It'll attach to the locker better, and it'll last a longer time too.
Cool.
All right, Team SmartStack, thanks so much for your pitch and addressing those questions. Love to see your prototype incorporated too. We always love to see it, the process and the product in action. So well done for all your efforts. Really amazing job. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Thanks, team. Great to hear from you. All righty. And for our final pitch now, bring it home, we've got Queensland Academy for Health Sciences, Team Stride. We are joined by Liam, Mitchell, Liam, Mitchell, and Liam. Welcome, boys. Really great to have you here.
It's Lamb. It's Lamb.
Lamb.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Hi, Jared. Hi, Jared. How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you guys feeling about your pitch today?
I think we're feeling great.
Good.
Feeling great and ready. Awesome. So wonderful stuff. You've got here from over 600 applications. Really amazing work. We'll put it in your capable hands to take us through your pitch.
All right. Okay. Judges, picture this. Next slide. You're wrapping up your shift after a long day of sales calls, sitting down from 9 to 5, and you're really tired, drain up all your energy, and you're sitting down, and you want to exercise and feel and have your energy back, but you just can't do it. How would you feel? Next slide. The truth is, around 2 in 3 Australians are either overweight or obese. Of course, we are aware of the consequences of the devastating health effects, but are there any deeper consequences? Next slide, please. So a study delved deeper into this, and there's no direct association between sitting time and work productivity. Next slide, please. But what we did find out was that more sitting time and a more sedentary lifestyle did lead to lower job satisfaction, which would cause poor performance. And next slide, please. And this is very serious because it costs Australian businesses millions of dollars every year in lost productivity, healthcare, and just imagine how much more profitable, how much more productivity you would get out of your employees and yourself if you just have that much more energy to go further. Next slide, please. And even with this information, we know about these devastating health effects, we still can't do it. Why? Because have you ever scrolled through an endless library of workouts on Apple Fitness, on Strava, on Whoop? They give you the workouts, but they're not personalized, tailored to you. So you end up with not enough time to do them. And besides, why would you put yourself out after a long day to exercise? Next slide. It's time to revolutionize fitness. Next slide.
Our app aims to break down the underlying barriers that prevent people from exercising. People just like our dear judges here.
Next.
Don't worry about the hassle of planning your own workouts. Else, with your own AI coach, working out is as easy as just pressing a button. And with your time as a luxury, we can't exactly reserve hours for the gym. So our app analyzes your daily routine and identifies those little amounts of time you have for exercising, and along with places where you can do it. Waiting at a bus stop, push-ups. Perhaps early to work, take a flight of stairs. If computer crashed, tap dance. And it's all the benefits of exercise with none of the time commitment.
Next.
Though after a long day, it can be hard to find motivation to exercise. So we will gamify exercise with friendly competition to ensure your active lifestyle is here to stay.
Next. Our business is easy.
Next, please.
Our business is easier to scale.
Okay,
as
go
we
back one, please.
do not rely on physical products. This reduces startup costs and gives us an advantage over our competition. Furthermore, our focus on tired sedentary office workers are a universal issue. Our target market, sales professionals in the tech and SaaS sectors, are competitive, time poor, and results driven. They value efficiency, quick feedback, and tools that can overlap.
Well done, team. Thanks so much for sharing your pitch. Awesome work to hear all about Stride and your exciting business. Really well done. Awesome work. We're going to hear from our judges now, and over to our judges for some questions. Alex, you can kick us off with the first question.
How would Stride make money, boys?
So we are planning to, sorry, we didn't go to that because we were out of time, but we were planning to, there's two ways we're going to plan to do it. First of all, we can sell it as like a big purchase to corporations, selling to HR groups, so selling the entire big group of things.
As a group, as a company license.
So like for a company license for companies to use them, and as like a single subscription, sold yearly or weekly. Yearly is $130 per year, or weekly about $10 per week, which is the price of just 2 cups of coffee. People can re-up the benefits of exercise without the time commitments.
Right.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Also, the subscription model allows us to pay for the ongoing running costs of running our AI coaches.
Nice one, team. Thanks so much for sharing. Awesome work on the first question. Sherry, we'll hear from you next for a question.
My question is a technical question of understanding how it works better. I love the slide around the calendar and how it slots in using AI where I need to go for a quick walk. That spoke to me. Well, how does that practically work in terms of understanding the technical side? If I subscribe, is it an app, or what is it that makes that component work?
So basically, you can imagine it as like an app. On the simplest terms, it's an app, but you can also imagine it as like your fitness central hub. It has an AI coach that will take your data use in a good way. So use in a good way. Take your data, take your fitness level, experiences, and what your goals are. It's really short, and you just tell it to the AI coach, and then it can recommend simple workouts that fit your level and fit your needs. For example, if you don't have a gym nearby, we're not going to make you go to the gym. For example, if you have a knee injury, we're not going to make you go running every day. And on top of that, we have the calendar feature. It connects to your calendar. It slots fitness right in the time slots you have. For example, between sales calls, you can take a nice little walk, for example, to get some fresh air. And the gamification aspect as well for the community. Companies, employees in a company, they can compete with each other, which gamifies fitness and creates motivation for people to keep exercising in the long term.
Also, I like to add as a further point, our AI coach will design in such a way that it will remember what you said to it previously. So if you tell, for example, that you don't like a certain exercise it gives you, it will know to not do that, not give you that later on.
Does that answer your question by any chance?
Yeah, thank you. It gives me more detail.
I haven't described
Awesome.
more detail.
Nice work, team. Final question. Yeah, will come from Noah. Noah, if you have a question.
Right. Yeah, so you kind of mentioned it there. So would it sync with, say, if I have a couple of meetings on Google Calendar, would it sync with that directly, or would I have to put them in manually, like for each week?
No, so you would connect your Google Calendar account to the app, and then it just reads off all of that. So if you use Calendly in the past, you know how you can read your calendar for busy slots and free time slots? It's the same thing, but with Stride. So you just slot it right into your calendar.
And also a thing like that too, with integration into all the Google products, such as Google Maps, we can also use it to identify your place of work. So, it won't give you, it won't tell you to do push-ups while you're in your important meetings.
Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Lots of clever design elements in there, Team Stride. Thanks so much for your comprehensive answers and the passion behind your pitch. Really wonderful to hear from you. Thanks, boys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No worries. Great to have you as part of the competition. Well, that was our 5 pitches, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in to watch them. Do stay tuned because we've got some really exciting further points now, which is all around the judges making their decision and also you yourself as a viewer getting to cast a vote. So we're going to send our judges to start their deliberations. They're going to be picking the winning team that'll go through to pitch at our grand final and the runner-up team that'll go through to showcase. And judges will have until 11:25 to make that call. So we're going to drop them in a little breakout room. And for all of our valued viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to watch these wonderful pitches. You have a really fun role in casting a people's vote. So what you get to do is think about what was your favorite team from those 5, and following this QR code or link, you can cast your vote. We'll compile them. We'll find the team that got the most people's vote, and they're going to get a wildcard entry to potentially be able to showcase at our grand final competition as well. So make sure you drop a vote in for your favorite team. We're going to lay down some tunes, and we'll be back soon to hear the verdict from the judges. Thanks, everyone. Awesome. Thanks so much, everyone, for casting your people's votes. We're currently calculating all of those, and our judges have had a really solid deliberation in the room. Lots of congratulations from the judges to all the teams. They were super impressed by the quality of your passion, the concepts behind your pitches, your ability to answer the questions. So really, really fantastic work there. The judges are deciding a runner-up team who's going to go through the showcase and a winning team who's going to go through to the pitch. Our judges are back on screen. Thanks so much for getting involved in that deliberation. Alex, I'm going to let you announce our runners-up team first, and they're going to be going through to the showcase at our national grand final.
Sure. So just congratulations to all teams before I jump into the runners-up and the winners. Your pitches were extremely inspiring. I really love that there was a strong focus on environmentally sustainable solutions and trying to address those problems. Also, the fitness side of things as well. Yeah, really inspiring to see the young students sort of trying to tackle those really big problems. So congratulations on that. But firstly, to announce the runner-up, we have SmartStack. So congratulations.
Let's bring him up on screen. SmartStack from St. Andrews. Well done, team. Excellent work. You guys can unmute yourselves. Do a big cheer for us. Awesome work. You're through to the showcase. We can't wait to see you there. Well done on your awesome efforts. Great stuff, team. And then, super excitingly, we've got our winners spot. We'll go through the pitch at the showcase. At the National Grand Final, pitching on stage. Alex, over to you to announce our winner.
Right. Little drum roll. Let's go. Congratulations to Brian and Daniel. Perfectly tucked. You guys are going through the grand final.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I had to push the button.
Well done, boys. We heard all that. So awesome to hear your celebrations. Awesome to see you pump for it. We can't wait to see you on stage at the grand final. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Thank you. Well, judges, thanks so much for all that process around the decision making. Always tough when you hear 5 awesome pitches. And we're just really grateful for the time you've given today to back young people's ideas and just hear about the awesome things they have on offer around their passion, their potential, and their innovation. So thanks so much, Noah, Sherry, and Alex. A massive round of applause for our judges. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us. And our last little announcement is around the people's vote. So we had over 100 votes come in. There was actually only 6 votes between the top 2. So a super close by a hair's breadth. Our winner of the People's Choice with the wildcard entry to potentially get into a showcase spot at our National Grand Final. The winner of our People's Choice is Weight and Worth from Marymount College. Hell yeah. Love to see that celebration. Awesome work to Ava and Imogen there. Well done, girls.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Awesome. Great work on your pitch. Great effort on all your preparation. Thanks so much. All righty. So that was our verdicts. That was our people's vote. And if you love the process today, you've loved being part of it, you've loved seeing it, which I'm sure you have, because I really did. And the young people were so impressive. You can see more at our National Grand Final. So this is happening on Tuesday, 18th November at the State Library of Queensland. It is always a sellout event. It's our favorite event of the year. Get your ticket as soon as you can to lock in a spot. And you can also live stream it if you're not in Brisbane or if you just want to watch from the comfort of your couch. So you can nab a live stream spot as well. So feel free to follow that link, follow that QR code, or just look for Future Anything National Grand Final on YouTube, on Google, sorry, and you can nab your spot. So that was our 6th grand final, semi-final event, all about young people bending the future with their ideas. We really appreciate you coming along. Thank you to all our teams. Thank you to the teams for your awesome pitches, the teachers supporting them, and our judges for being involved too. Let's give everyone a massive round of applause, and thanks so much for joining us.